Blake Snell will be a Yankee is the truth or fluke question here. They reportedly have offered him a contract per Mr. Arson Judge himself, John Heyman. I think that this is a complete fluke. They are going to swing and miss. Someone else will land him. And even if he is a Yankee, it's going to be another Carlos Rodon situation of just a bunch of injuries or just he's going to suck. Probably both, for being honest. It's the Yankees.
I do think this is a truth, and it's frustrating. But looking at what the Yanks kind of have right now, moving forward, I don't. Rodon and Nestor, if we're two quality lefties, you wouldn't be talking about this. The question is Blake Snell better than Rodon and Nestor? If the answer is yes, then you have to sign him.
It's going to be so overpaid.
He's so Jekyll and Hyde too.
Yes. Yeah. That's why I don't like it, because I know he's going to have a 5 ERA, and then like 3 seasons he'll have a 1.5 and be like, where'd this come from?
Yes. I'm not saying this is the right move. I'm just saying they're going to fucking do it.
Yeah, I'm with you, Houdini. I think it's going to happen. Especially, we talked about the Yanks not spending a cent yet in free agency. Like they're probably going to overpay just because they haven't signed anybody, and they got to make a big signing. And the dude just won the Cy Young, so you can't get much bigger than that. They're going to have 2 former Cy Youngs on the rotation with Garrett Cole, the current one as well. So I think you got to go for it, and I think you got to overpay for him because you haven't signed anybody else.
I mean, it would be wild to have the AL reigning Cy Young and the NL reigning Cy Young and Snell on the same team for opening day.
Let me ask you Yanks fans a question. Do you think that's too I don't know the type of lineups that they go up against in the AL East if they're lefty heavy, but that's a lot of lefties in a starting rotation in 2024. Like that's what that would be. 3 out of your 5 would be lefties.
It is for sure. My problem is one, he is a fly ball pitcher, and that never does well in Yankee Stadium. We've said that multiple times on this podcast. But also, too, that they were supposed to go out and get Yamamoto. That was always the idea. Now it's just like, I feel like they would use that money better elsewhere when Corbin Burns is a free agent next year. Now I understand the Yankee fans that are going to be saying, well, we only have Juan Soto this year. Nothing's guaranteed. Well, you should have thought about that and not been stingy over $25 million extra bucks for Yamamoto. If it was really that much of a concern, because you knew nothing else was on the market, that he was the only guy left, and then you were going to be left with Snell, or you were going to go out and have to trade for Corbin Burns, which it seems like they don't want any part of because they know they're going to have to give up huge pieces.
I said this from day one. If Steinbrenner was alive, right, we would have gotten Ohtani, would have gotten Yamamoto, would have gotten Snell. Next year would have gotten Burns. He just would have paid fucking everybody because he was probably sick of losing. So even if they don't trade for Burns, you got to sign him. Either way, the Yanks have money to spend. It's just it needs to be spent. If they want to become relevant again, they have to spend the money. The Yanks are handcuffed right now. They have no other options. You have to sign somebody because Juan Soto is not the answer. Even though we said last year the pitching wasn't the problem, it wasn't, but it
now
was, right? It's kind of like a double-edged sword or a double-edged sword. So, I don't think they're in a good position at all as a ball club. Do I think Juan Soto helps? Yes, but be prepared to watch a team strike out, hit jacks, and fucking win games 8-7.
Same old Yanks?
Same old Yanks, dude.
Deepaw, I'm sorry, did you say that it was a truth or fluke? You think they're going to get Snell?
No, yeah, I do. I think they're going to get him because there's nobody else to get. And I'm a little shocked that Snell's still around, too. I think...
Yeah.
I don't know if teams think about that as well with him, Jekyll and Hyde, and they don't want to overpay. But I'm a little shocked. A reigning Cy Young still hasn't been signed this far into the offseason.
The last thing I'll say about this is that for some reason I just have a little bit of an inkling. I do think that even though I'm saying fluke, it's just a lot more biased that I just don't want them to waste the time that I think that he's going to be a bust. I almost feel like there's a more brighter side of maybe getting Hader, and I think there's almost a better chance of them. Even though Hader wants some buku outrageous money, I don't know. I just feel like it almost makes a little bit more sense because the Yankees bullpen is also not that great right now. All they have is Clay Holmes. They have Marinaccio. Wandy Peralta is still a free agent, and that was a big guy for them. Loizaga did not have a season that he had. They lost Michael King, so that bullpen is a disaster right now. So they need somebody like Hader.
But relievers grow on trees, and Hader's not cutting his hair. So
Not cutting his hair.
I didn't think about that.
That's right. What, below the collar? Can't be below the collar?
No fucking shot. He's cutting that fucking salad.